Hey friends, Vin here. Welcome to today's training. In today's training, we're going to cover how to pay off $20,000 in credit card debt using an online business selling done-for-you digital products. Now, if you haven't done so yet, make sure you visit systemdrivenblueprint.com where you can discover how to start an online business with a proven blueprint. So I'll show you just by using this particular blueprint, we've been able to create many transactions that have paid us $900. Now you see the amounts that we've been paid varies. $900, $67. There are other digital products. There's a $300 product here. There's a $600 product. But for the most part, you could see here, I'll go to the next page as well. You could see here, it's mostly the $900 product. So when you're making $900 for every sale, 100% commission, when you sell a digital product, you make $900. It makes it very easy to set a goal to pay off a specific number. So in this example, we're using $20,000 in credit card debt, how to use this system to pay it off. So to pay off $20,000 in credit card debt, very simple. You go to the calculator, you put in 20,000. Now I like to add 20% and that equals 24,000. We're simply going to divide it by 900, representing $900 per sale. And that is going to give us the exact amount of sales we need to create $24,000, which is 20,000 plus the 20%. I like to round it up, so make it 27. So you'll need 27 sales to pay off your $20,000. So let's jump right into the scenario, how to pay off $20,000 in credit card debt using an online business selling high demand, done for you digital products. You see here, it says the rich rules over the poor and the borrower is always slave to the lender. Now, in today's training, I'm not going to make any income claims or give any financial advice. This is primarily for entertainment purposes only and training purposes only. A lot of this training will stem from Robert Kiyosaki's teachings, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant, a series of books that I've read written by Robert Kiyosaki, as well as his philosophies on business that have assisted me in creating a very successful business. Additionally, I'm going to be using Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover. Now, if you know Dave Ramsey, you know he has the 7 baby steps. Step 1 is save $1,000 in a beginner emergency fund. Step number 2 is what we're going to focus on, is pay off all debt except for the house. So we're going to be focusing on how to pay off $20,000 in credit card debt using an online business, specifically this business that is paying out $300, $600, $900 every time we make a sale. So if you Google what is the average minimum payment on a credit card with a balance of $20,000, it's going to show that $500 a month is just being paid in interest. Like it says in Google here, that's quite a bit of money to pay for a credit card bill every single month. This is what makes it so difficult for the average household to pay up to $20,000 in credit card debt without a secondary income, without something on the side where they can make a full-time income part-time, because obviously the price of everything has gone through the roof. If you go to Costco, if you go to Sam's Club, your energy costs, insurance costs, things come up. You've got to get oil changes for the cars. The cars have to be inspected. You have kids, you have tuition. So many different things popping up that it makes it difficult for so many people to pay off credit card debt, particularly when they're spending $500 every single month, and that's basically going into the wind. That's interest only. It's a minimum payment. In this example, let's use an annual income of $100,000 minus 28% for taxes. That makes a net of $72,000. You take $72,000 and you divide it by 12 months, that's $6,000 net in monthly income. So you take that monthly income and now you have a family that has these expenses that come in every single month. The mortgage, the rent, car payment, credit card, student loans, taxes, insurance, food, gas, utilities, cell phones, savings, clothing. They also have these other things that pop up like Netflix, Amazon, gym memberships, childcare, dental care, coffee, dining out, pet care, Spotify, investments, tuition, holidays, just to name a few. Now, in Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he calls these things expenses, and he calls these other things liabilities. These are liable because if you run your credit report, these are the things that show up. Robert Kiyosaki says rich people acquire assets, the poor and middle class acquire liabilities and think they are assets. Now, 17 years ago, when I started reading Robert Kiyosaki's books, we were in a situation where I had so many bills coming in, just like I just illustrated, and I felt stuck. So I started reading his books, and I didn't feel like a victim. I knew I needed to take responsibility. You've got to see the situation that you're in and see if you're in a position where you could pay off debt by doing what you're currently doing, or you're looking to get out of that situation of financial bondage. So let's take these monthly liabilities and expenses and translate them into dollars. This example is showing a number, right? So you've got to think, what is your number? Is it $5,000 a month? Is it $6,000 a month? Some people call this a monthly nut. For this training, let's use $5,000. So if you're making $6,000 net every single month and your monthly cost of $5,000, you can save $1,000 a month, right? But the truth is most Americans save, but many cannot cover a $1,000 emergency. Different generations have different statistics, whether it's Generation Z, Millennials, Generation X, Baby Boomers. So no matter what generation anyone is from, everyone's saying the same thing. The price of everything's gone crazy, and people are looking for alternative ways to make an income. Now, making an income online makes sense to everybody because we're all scrolling all day anyway. So let's get into it. Let's escape the financial matrix. So again, $500 a month in interest, we'll put that right into our liabilities column. You want to pay off that $20,000 balance. Now, if we use the $1,000 a month surplus that we have because we net $6,000 in income, our monthly costs are $5,000, so we have a surplus of the $1,000. We multiply that times 20 months, we can pay off this credit card in 20 months. You've got to think, how practical is that if you only have $1,000 at the end of every month? Are you going to stay focused to pay off the $20,000 in 20 months? Most people find this to be a very difficult process without adding an additional income. Another thing that people do is they cut out some expenses to save $500 a month. Now, you can do that. You can cut out Netflix, Amazon, your gym membership. I mean, these really aren't necessities. You don't have to drink coffee. You don't have to eat out. You don't need things like Spotify. So you could lower your monthly cost by $500. Now your monthly cost would be $4,500. In this situation, you would have a surplus of $1,500. You could pay off that credit card balance in 14 months. That's entirely up to you. For me personally, that's a bit difficult, especially the coffee. So using an online business selling high demand digital products, you simply add a new income stream. In this example, we're using $2,000 to $4,000 per month. Let's use the $2,000. So now your total income is $8,000 per month, and your monthly costs are $4,500 a month. So now you're making an extra $2,000 a month. You're probably going to add back the Amazon, the Netflix, the gym membership, coffee, dining out, Spotify, things like that. You're going to live the life you've been accustomed to living, right? So just by adding an additional $2,000 a month in income, you've now created a surplus of $3,000 per month. Let's just say we save $1,000 a month. That's $12,000 a year in savings. So right off the bat, you're off to a really good start. Now we take $2,000 and we focus on that bad debt. We get serious. We pay $2,000 every single month on that $20,000 credit card balance, and boom, you're debt-free in 10 to 12 months. Now you take that interest-only monthly payment and you get rid of it. You lower your monthly cost to $4,500. Now, just think about that. You paid off that credit card debt. You burn those things. You never want to use those things again because now you have an income. You have a surplus, right, every single month. And that's just a great feeling when you start getting out of debt. It changes the whole family. It changes everything between a husband and wife. Believe me, we've been there. Now, when you stay focused, your online business income will increase, particularly if you have an online business where you're selling high demand digital products and it's 100% commission. This is happening regularly for many people. This is now a full-time income part-time. When you take that income and you add it to your total income, you could see your income has increased from $2,000 a month to $6,000 a month. Now your total income is $12,000 a month. This is creating a monthly surplus of $7,500. In this example, you can now put $2,500 a month every single month into your savings. You can then focus $5,000 a month on bad debt. You're now attacking the student loans. You're attacking the car loan. In this scenario, that's $30,000 a year you're putting into savings and $60,000 a year you're putting onto bad debt. And this, again, is only from a $6,000 a month online business. It's not like you're making millions of dollars, but you could see the situation is changing very quickly. So when you're paying down bad debt to the tune of $60,000 a year, you have a tendency to pay off the bad debt very quickly. What happens next is you're lowering your monthly cost in this example to $4,000. This changes your monthly surplus to $8,000, $3,000 into savings every single month, still focusing on paying down that bad debt to a tune of $5,000 per month. The numbers become staggering. $36,000 a year in savings, $60,000 a year you're paying down bad debt. The ugliest debt of all, mortgage. If you look at the origin of the word mortgage, the origin in Latin, mortis, dead, Old French, mort. Old French gage is pledge. So the Old French word of mortgage is dead pledge. Can you imagine if we all knew what that actually meant? People lining up. Can I get a 30-year dead pledge? Yeah, I'd like to pledge death for the next 30 years or the rest of my life. Mortgage debt is the killer. It's something that no one ever speaks about. If you look at the amortization schedule of a mortgage, most people are borrowing money for a mortgage and they're spending 40, 50 hours a week to service that debt that was created out of thin air. Now, I get it. We've got to live somewhere. We've took out a mortgage on our first home. So in a way, I'm grateful for the mortgage because we have great memories in our home and it gave us a great life. But at the same time, the way to really escape the financial matrix is paying off that mortgage debt, because paying off that mortgage debt is a game changer. It's actually a life changer. I love Dave Ramsey's quote here. It says, the paid off mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. Again, I'm not giving any financial advice. I'm simply, for entertainment purposes only, going through a scenario of how using this online business and making full-time income part-time, you can get yourself out of financial bondage. Because if you look here and you were to have $8,000 every single month into savings, and you put away $2,000 every single month into, let's say, a fund, maybe for family vacations to create memories, that's entirely up to you. I'm just giving you a scenario that shows you here how you can have $100,000 a year in savings, $25,000 a year on lifestyle, simply by creating a full-time income part-time using an online business, selling in high demand digital products at 100% commissions. So I hope you enjoyed this training. I hope it gives you some insight as to what you can do when you really focus on getting out of bad debt. Listen, I know what it's like. We've been there. I've been a W-2 employee for 25 years. I have a good pension. We've been involved in the mortgage business. I've been involved in network marketing for 17 years. This new online business program is showing so many people how to create full-time income part-time in a 2-hour-a-day workday using this proven system, paying out 100% commissions. Simply go to systemdrivenblueprint.com, drop your email, get on my email list. I have a lot of private Zooms, private webinars, and we are assisting a lot of people on getting out of financial bondage and escaping the financial matrix. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you at the top. Let's go do it.